Now that you've watched my last video, why you should play Kingdom Hearts, all that's left to know before beginning your adventure is, in what order do I play these games? With Kingdom Hearts 3 finally within sight, there are many of us who have attempted to educate themselves with the complete story of the franchise thus far, but with many remakes, remasters, and re-releases, many people have sadly become confused about how to begin their journey. So if you are one of those people, then this video is for you. So sit back, pull out a pen, and let's begin. First things first, this list is my own interpretation of how to play through the series, meaning I chose a specific order so you, the players, will have the optimal experience. Experiencing things that Square Enix wanted you to feel, things such as reactions, being just as confused as the characters in-game, and having your mind blown by a new discovery. But with that being said, let's begin the list. The very first game you should play is Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. This game was the first installment in the Kingdom Hearts series, so it plays the part of the introduction of the series. So things such as meeting the main characters, learning their personalities, their backstories, and much more is included within this game. This is definitely the first game you should play when beginning your adventure into the franchise. The reason why that could be up for debate will come shortly. Next up is the second game you should play, which is Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories. This game was originally out on the Game Boy Advance, but then was remade for the PS2, so that's why it was re-released as Re-Chain of Memories. This game is the direct sequel to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix and begins moments after the previous game ends. This game is vitally important to the franchise, so skipping most definitely is not an option. This game begins to introduce many characters and sets up the lore of the franchise. You are introduced to the main antagonists in this game as well, and learn many new things that you were in the dark about. This is absolutely a must play. Afterwards, the third game you should dive into is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Originally, many people didn't understand what was going on for the majority of the beginning of the game, since Chain of Memories was skipped due to it being unpopular on the GBA. So Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is set up heavily by its previous game. This game too is vital story-wise, due to the protagonists undergo many changes physically, mentally, and emotionally. I also say play this game after Re-Chain of Memories, because playing the game next I'll be mentioning first would spoil the mystery and surprise that is in this game, which is not what Nomura originally intended for the release of the game. Rolling in at number 4, the fourth installment you should experience is the 358 Days Over 2 movie. Now yes, you can play through the actual DS game yourself, but the gameplay highly ruins the experience in my opinion. The game itself and how it plays is just genuinely not fun. But the story of this game is essential to the series, and even more so that it's simply a beautiful story to experience. And I'd hate for bad gameplay to ruin that experience for you. If you're not convinced just yet to watch the movie instead of playing the actual game, the movie also includes cutscenes that weren't in the original game that I feel gives more life to the story. Now, both playing the game and watching the movie is also an option, but I highly suggest watching the movie before playing the game, so at least you'll be able to experience the game and your image of the story isn't ruined. Next after Days, the next journey to begin is Birth by Sleep. This game is a tad different in terms of combat and story, mainly due to the style change and this game originally being released on the PlayStation Portable. In this game, you play as 3 different characters, all with different experiences. This game is a prequel to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, taking place 10 years before it. The reasoning for not playing this game first is because this game was not made to be an introductory game. So it being made after all the games I've stated beforehand, the game assumes you have experience with this series, so there are no explanations about the series' lore, such as what is the Keyblade and etc. Because again, the developers assume if you're taking this franchise seriously, then you aren't starting with Birth by Sleep. When you complete Birth by Sleep, directly afterwards you should watch the Recoded movie. This game had a similar problem that Days did. This game was however originally released for phones and then re-released as Recoded for the Nintendo DS. This game however had a decent battle system and was to an extent enjoyable to play, but sadly many feel this game was to be filler. Which, to be completely honest, it was until the HD movie for this game was released as a part of Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix. This movie added special cutscenes that have major importance to the series, especially in the direction of Kingdom Hearts 3. Though this movie may seem a bit lackluster for some people, it does have major importance to the series for the few cutscenes that are a part of it. After going through all 3 hours of the Recoded movie, next up is Dream Drop Distance. This game has so much lore and Kingdom Hearts 3 set up within it to where this game single-handedly has the most lore within one game in the entire series. Our protagonists learn so much about the antagonists and learn hidden agendas that they never believed. Personally is my favorite in terms of story and gameplay, mainly because I'm a sucker for lore, but when you get all to this point, let me know how you guys feel about this game. After completing Dream Drop Distance, the next game to complete is Kingdom Hearts Key. Now this game is a bit different since this game technically was never released out of Japan, but thanks to trustworthy translators, we've been provided the entire game's story in English. Now Key is a story that takes place over 100 years before Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and deals with the original Keyblade wielder and his apprentices known as the Foretellers. This game has major importance and deals with the first wave of darkness and a war that still affected the world by the time Sora set out on his journey. Upon completion of Kingdom Hearts Key, next you should experience the Key back cover movie. This film takes place during Kingdom Hearts Key, but from the perspectives of the Foretellers instead of your own custom character. This movie is very lore heavy and explains why some things in the future end up happening. This movie, in many people's eyes, wasn't what they expected it to be, which is why a lot of people tend to not care for it too much. But honestly, this game wasn't meant to answer all of our questions. We were supposed to have some things answered, some things not. That's what Kingdom Hearts 3 is for, since it's the last chapter of the Dark Seeker saga. If you look closely and pay attention to detail, you'll find out many things you may not have noticed before, and leads you to theorize many things about the future. The final game to experience before Kingdom Hearts 3 is Kingdom Hearts 0.2. This game takes place as a story being told to another character in the game, and actually takes place after all the other games have been completed. The ending of this game sets up nearly everyone's roles for Kingdom Hearts 3, and literally ends with our heroes approaching the first world of Kingdom Hearts 3. This game was also treated as a Kingdom Hearts 3 demo, meaning the combat, the graphics, and engine are all shared with Kingdom Hearts 3. With all this being said, this is in my opinion the optimal way to experience this franchise. If you're not new to this series, let me know how you first played through the games and what you guys think is the best way to play through this series. All confusion, mystery, and mind-blowing moments included, I feel makes this series what it is. I hope you all enjoy, and feel free to join the Loyal Knights Academy Discord server to let me know how your adventures are progressing. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leaving a like and subscribing to see more content by me would be highly appreciated. My name is KingdomAce, and remember to always look skyward.